what we're going to talk about is how functions and how they're related to graphs. So what we're going to look at is if we have our function f of x equals 3x plus 1, f of x is the same thing as y, which we've talked about in the last section. So we have a function that can be graphed. So you can put this graph going to the 1 and going up 3, 1, 2, 3 to the right 1, and we get a straight line. So we know this is a function. So the other way we can tell if we have a function is what's called a vertical line test. So if we take and we can do a straight line and not touch, so if we look at this graph right here, I'm looking at A, and I draw a straight line and it touches the graph on that line 2 times, it's not a function. So we look at this next one. If I draw a straight red line, it touches it once, so this is a function. And same with this one. But this last one, if I draw my vertical line, it touches the red line 2 times. See, it touches it right there and it touches it right here. So this one is not a function. So we have what's called a vertical line test by just taking a vertical line and seeing if the graph itself touches the vertical line twice. If it does, it's not a function. If it does only touch it once, it is a function. Now, one rule is all lines or functions except a vertical line. So what we're going to do now is we're going to analyze a graph. And here are the questions we're going to answer. So if I look at letter A and I want to know, is f a graph function? So if I draw a vertical line at any spot on the graph, it only crosses the red line 1 time. So yes, it is a function. So if we So then letter B, I'm going to erase the red vertical line. So letter B says, what is the graph when f of 8? That means where 8 years, so if I go up to the graph, it looks like I get 200. So f of 8 equals 200 T cells. Then C, I'm going to erase the blue here. C is what if we go the other way around? The other way around is what if we want to know what x is when it's 350. So if I go 350 is probably somewhere around in here, and then go straight down, it looks like x equals 7 when it's at 350. The last question is the one that's a little difficult, but we want to describe the trend of the graph. So the trend of the graph is that the T cells decline at first. So you can see how it goes down, then recover by increasing. You can see how it goes back up. Then they steadily decrease. So there is a trend of a graph as it goes down, back up, and then steadily goes back down.